Hello everybody, I'm Mo of Many Colors, and I am so glad that you have decided to join me today for story time. Today we're going to be reading you a book that was brought to you by the Book Fairy Pantry Project. The Book Fairy Pantry Project is run by my mother, Pamela Leo, and what they do is collect gently used and new books, children's books, and they give them out to local food pantries. So if you would like to find out how you can help them do that, you can find all of their information right here on Facebook. Now let's get right into our story for tonight. Tonight we are going to be reading a much requested story, one of the series called Skippyjon Jones. And this is Skippyjon Jones in Mummy Trouble by Judy Schachner. Skippyjon Jones. Here we go. Skippyjon Jones did his very best thinking outside the box. And this twisted his mama's whiskers tighter than a Texas tornado. "Hey you, Mr. McPoo," said Mama Junebug Jones. "Just what do you think you're doing?" "Hey, little digger, I'm talking to you," said Mama, scooping up her boy. "A pyramid outside the litter box will never, ever do." Then she saw his magazine. "National Geographic," mused Mama, "and the Curse of the Cat Mummy. Why, this will give you nightmares, boy, with an upset tummy, too, plus a puffy tail. On the grandest scale, this story is taboo." But Skippyjon Jones was in no mood to listen to his mama, so he skedaddled into his room. For a really good bounce on his big boy bed. He bounced once, he bounced twice, and the third time he bounced he said, "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I do love my mummy, but if I don't bounce, I get knots in my tummy." Then the kitty boy flipped over to the mirror for a look-see. "Holy smokeito!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "I know you," he said to the doggy in the mirror. "Your ears are too big for your head is too big for your body. You're not a Siamese cat." Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "You are still the big Chihuahua dude, the whole enchilada." And they might just like enchiladas in Egypt, thought Skippy. So the kitty boy donned his mask and cape and began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Skippy Frisquito, and I'm off to see old Egyptito. My chiquitos insist, and I dare not resist the chance to go meet a mamito." In the meantime, his little sisters... Oh, forgot the pictures. In the meantime, his little sisters Jezebel, Jillyboo, and Jujubee rolled into his room with a plan of their own, but the kitty boy was already deep inside his closet on his way to ancient Egypt. And paddling down the river Nile, who should sail right past but a kooky crocodile? Hunkered down his lumpy bumpy back were all his old amigos, the Chimichangos pack. "Abonde vas?" called out Skippito. "We are going to the Mundo," answered the Chihuahuas. "Not to the underwear," exclaimed Skippito. "No, no, no," said the Puchitos. "You silly little beast, to the underworld where mamitos rest in peas." "Peas?" exclaimed Skippito. "Who wants to sleep in peas?" "We do," said the doggies. "We hear they are to die for." Clearly my Spanish is not very well, so you'll have to bear with me. I can only be good at so many things. "You mean they are better than frijoles?" asked Skipitos. "Si, mucho, major señor," said Paquito. "Tito." "Vámonos," said Skipito. "What are we waiting for?" But then Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, spoke up. "Hold your ponies, Pepito. To get to the Undermundo we first have to answer the riddle of the Sphinx." "But I'm not good at riddles," said Scipito. No problemo, said Poquito Tito. You have a muy big brain. Then they set forth from the Rio Nile to find the Sphinx. The muchachos began to sing. Skippy, skipoo, skipito, we only have one chance-a-rito to pass by the Sphinx, so don't be a jinx, just answer the riddle dum-dito. This book is a tongue twister. I don't know if you can do it, but I'm having a hard time. The muchachos arrived at 4 o'clock sharp, but the Sphinx had been waiting forever. Don't let the gato get your tongue, dude, said Don Diego. What cat? Where? Asked Scipito. That cat, there, said the Peritos, pointing to the Sphinx. But before he could say anything, the great Sphinx spoke. Whose ears are too big for his head, and who loves to go bounce on his bed, who creeps on all fours through his own closet doors, straight into the land of the dead. Scipito knew the answer to the riddle, but he was so nervous he coughed up a little fur ball. You call that an answer, dude? Said Don Diego. The answer, bellowed the Sphinx. So with his permission, the Peritos were free to pass on to the tomb of the king, Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Kabootin'. When they finally reached the pyramid, the doggies burst into song and dance. Oseo, Osirios. Our boy had a touch of the virus. He coughed up a ball, so the Sphinx made a call, and now it's inscribed on papyrus. But when Scipito saw how dark it looked in the pyramid, he began to feel queasy. My tummy hurts, he groaned, and my tail's getting puffy, too. But his chicos would not comfort him. They just wanted their peas, por favor. Are you not El Scipito Frisquito, the great sword fighter? Asked Poquito Tito. Si, declared Scipito. That is me. Then do your duty, dog, commanded Don Diego. So Scipito drew in a deep breath and drove into the darkness of the musty old tomb, chanting, Peace, por favor, peace, por favor, peace, por favor. He rocketed through the vault like a fur-covered comet until suddenly, smackito, Scipito hit a wall and knocked himself out cold. Soon after, 3 goddesses emerged from the shadows to prepare the kitty boy for his journey to the undermundo. First we salt and pepper him, said Ba, the first goddess, and sprinkle him with lucky charms, said Da, the second. Then we wrap him and roll him and bundle him tight, said Bing, the third goddess, and blow him a kiss and say, Nighty-night. Then the trio rolled the wrapped cat down the ramp into the king's burial chamber. Across the room stood the 4,000-year-old sarcophagus of King Rootin' Tootin' Kitten Kabootin'. And just as they were about to deliver El Scipito Mamito, he rolled right into the feet of the old moldy mummy. Bada bing, moaned the king as he stretched out his paws. I need to rest in peace. Peas, screamed El Scipito Mamito, waking up in a flash. And quicker than you can say mummies, mumps, and measles, he grabbed 2 pawsfuls of peas and hightailed it home. When Los Chimichangos saw El Scipito Mamito come rolling out of the pyramid, they went into a real tailspin. Then all the doggies began to chant, Green charros hot, green charros cold, the best charros in the world are those that Scipita holds. But El Scipito Mamito was too scared to slow down, so he chucked the peas at the chicos and kept right on running. Straight into the arms of his mummy. What's the matter, Fuzzy Bug? Asked Mama June Bug Jones. Skippy John Jones looked back over his shoulder to see if the 3 spirits were still chasing him. Bada bing, he wailed, dropping the last of the peas. Then 3 giggling goddesses raced into the room after Scipito with their puppets and a roll of toilet paper. We're going to wrap you and roll you and bundle you tight, they sang, and check you for cooties, then kiss you goodnight. That night, Skippy John Jones was bouncing on his big boy bed. No mummies in my closet, no mummies in my bed. No mummies in my bookcase. No mummies in my head. Just before he closed his eyes, the kitty boy checked his room one more time for mummies. The only one he saw was his own. I love you, Mummy, said Skippy-John Jones. I love you too, Bunny Boots, said Mama Junebug. Now go to sleep, por favor. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story. I know what I have taken away from this is never shy away from a challenge. This was a tough one, but it was a fun one, and it's the first time I've ever actually read a Skippy-John Jones book. So I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did. If you would like to see me as a specific character or read you a specific book, please let me know or have your parents send me a message. Depending on where you are in the world right now, I hope you have a lovely day or sweet dreams. Good night.